Michael Sands.
Rick Ellis.
Don't let the dark black hair fool you. This guy's old.
51 to be exact, 2000.
I'm not jealous. I love scraping a razor over my head twice a week. It's smooth.
Oh yeah.
It's smooth.
It looks great. I'm getting there. Look, I'm getting there.
You're getting there. Let's talk old man jiu-jitsu. Before we watch this segment with Michael, I wanted to thank you. The channel just crossed over 40,000 subscribers yesterday, and it feels amazing. So thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And as always, I've got some instructional courses at rickellis.com. There's always a coupon code in the description below so you can get any of my stuff at a discount. I have a new course that's coming out in July for the older grappler. I'm very excited about this course. I don't have a release date, but be looking for that. That's coming soon. And I also have swag on the website. We've got coffee cups and t-shirts and hoodies, and including the shirt that I'm wearing, which as it turns out, has become my most popular shirt. It's an original design. I'm a graphic artist, kind of a hacker really, but this is all my original artwork. And this shirt has been pretty popular. So if you're interested in it, just go to rickellis.com. And I appreciate the support. And let's watch the segment with Michael Sands. So Michael is amazing. He's amazing at jiu-jitsu, and I wanted to bring him on the channel because he's amazing. And there are a lot of people out there in the world of jiu-jitsu that you've probably never heard of, and they will crush you. They will steal your soul if you're not careful. And Michael's one of them. And he's old, kind of, not so old, but getting there.
Middle age.
So I thought maybe we would talk a little old guy. So
yeah, for sure.
Give me what's your 20,000 foot view of how to play jiu-jitsu when you're no longer in the prime of your youth?
I think the biggest thing for me, I think you caught it yesterday when we were rolling a little bit, is like trying just to be ahead enough in the game to be aware of like what's coming at you, and then also really stick to your principles, right? Like, you know, there's some basic principles like in half guard, for example. We're here, you know, you never want to be on your back, right? For the most part, right? This is a basic principle of grappling, right? Especially for jiu-jitsu, like submission grappling, right?
Yeah, my goal is to just cross-face you, flatten you out.
Yeah, like in general, you know, I'm not saying there's like some exotics moves and stuff, but in general, you don't want to be flat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I perform better this way.
Yeah.
Right? And when I'm on my side, right, there's what's left? The mat.
Yeah.
Right? And you. So I can definitely be, even if I'm just like blocking and totally crushed, you're not putting me flat, which, you know, is a principle, and there's going to be some sort of like little opening, right? Something that this black belt, when they move, I'm going to have a little opening because one of my principles is in place, right? And then I can build on that. So if you're starting to come at me and as a good player, I've already know what to do, you're crushing my legs. Well, what do I have left? I have this principle and I have a frame, right? Even though I might have screwed this up already, right? Or you made me screw up because you're a good player too. It's like, you know, stick to your principles, right? Or let's say you're younger and faster, stick to your principles, right? Lock up your frame, make sure you're using the mat very well, right? Like he can't crush me farther than this, right? This is it, you know? So I would really encourage you to like start relying on your training, relying on your principles. And then you could start to move into whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah. So let's talk some specific techniques, maybe some
Sure,
ways that you think about jiu-jitsu. You know, what are you working on? What kinds of things are you? What's going through your head right now in terms of how to play jiu-jitsu?
I've been a big fan of Lasso.
What I really like about it is that, the lasso
Yeah.
slows the game down a lot. Especially when I pull it in, my knuckles are behind my thigh correctly. I'm really just kind of holding you here.
Yeah.
Really. And then as an older person, like, this really slows the game down.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if I have a collar.
Yeah.
Right? Or I'm really annoying you with the sleeve, so you probably like, I never usually get the sleeve because you realize this is locked up, so there.
Yeah.
But, I can have this,
Yeah.
right? I can be pushing on your knee. I got my frame in
This
here.
is strong. I notice when you get into this position, there's pressure.
Right.
And you can't see the pressure on video, but you can feel it.
Right, I'm trying to, like,
everything's connected here.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, just maintain my distance, right? Control your game, control the distance until I can, find something.
And then what do you like to do from this position?
Well, one that's a really classic example is like, it's actually, I like to sweep a lot from here. A lot of people.
So what do you like to use?
So there's one where I come in there, and what's your instinctual is to, like, grab my head.
Yeah, you're coming in.
I'll push through, right, and come over for a really simple sweep. So here you set up your lasso.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to clear. I'm trying to
Yeah,
come
as
in.
you clear, even with the half guard, it works as well.
Yeah.
Right? As long as your weight's coming forward, boom, I dump the weight.
And I'm light.
Right, and I can clear. You can also, like, put in the calf slicer, wrist lock. You can sit on the shoulder.
What else do you like to do?
Let's see, one that is really good, let's go in the half guard here, that I like to play, is I like to use the half guard to control my opponent more than actually trying to pass, right?
Show me how you control half guard.
So instead of, like, like a lot of people say, like, the point goal here is to go from half guard to mount.
Right.
Right? So in competition, I get my 4 points,
Yeah.
or I get better control. But I actually like to just use the half guard to control the person's hips and then work on my submissions. One of my submissions that is really successful, from here is, like, I'll just play this game, we're fighting here, and I'll just keep this right here,
Yeah.
right? So I can, like, I can push over to maybe 3/4 or whatever, but I'll open up the collar, start threatening to choke, right? Even while I'm playing this,
Yeah.
right? So go ahead and defend a little bit, whatever you need to do. See how
Yeah.
I just keep control. I don't want to pass,
Yeah.
but, like,
Well, that knee up really changes everything. It takes away my ability to use my legs to control this.
exactly, and I can start to put pressure on your sternum, right? And, like, so a lot of people will go this way, right?
Yeah.
They'll frame toward me. So go ahead and frame toward me.
Toward the back?
No, toward me. Yeah, you're looking toward me. This is one of my attacks right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right? I got knee on belly. Boom. I'm inside his half guard.
Yeah.
Which is harder to defend if I was more like this, right? More of a classic
Right.
attack.
Right.
You can get rid of that, right? Yeah. You can start doing that. So I'll set this up like this. We're distracted here,
Yeah.
right?
See, I'm wanting to clear
Yeah.
that. I'm going to want to maybe
Yeah, even that, or, like, put your arm across.
try to get to the
Put your
back.
arm across, like, defending this one.
This direction?
Yeah. Or
Oh, right.
I'll do like a sort of like a darce, right? And I keep this in because I pull this in as almost like a cradle. And I have my darce.
That is good.
Yeah, and I keep control, right? Instead of, like, having it out, This lets me know where your hips are. This lets me know where your legs are. You know, if you're doing a really good job defending this whole, then I can shove it over.
Yeah.
Right? And start to do the 3/4 mount. Right?
How do you clear that knee if the half guard's real tight? Like if your knee's down and someone's like really...
Well, it depends. You know, like you have to have awareness of like how they're locking it up. So you kind of have like this. So you kind of have like an open.
Yeah, there's more ways. I mean, you know, it's...
Yeah, a really good one. I do the shoulder crush and just push it up. That's one way. That's a really fun way. If they're really underneath.
What do you do about the knee shield?
The knee shield, you like see my knee is free. Right now I can walk it up, right, and then just put pressure. Now I'm in, right? And then
So what are some of those principles? You mentioned get to your side. Do you have a list, like off the top of your head? I know you haven't really thought about it, but...
So along with like, you know, basic framing and, you know, making sure that, you know, some of your principles in place, I would say the big thing for me is to, you know, control the position as much as I can and move before you do, right? Like like not only trying to predict what you're doing, but I'm kind of like, okay, I have to put him on his back, right, to gain more control. What do I have to do to get there, right? And like, oh, I got to move here, I got to move here, I got to move here.
Yeah.
I have to move, you know, not waiting necessarily for you. You know, if I'm in a bad position, then maybe I do have to like play a little bit more offense, defense kind of stuff.
And that's a mindset switch because a lot of people think I have to do something to you. I got to move you, sweep you, dominate you, control you. But no, it's I need to move myself so that I have leverage because now I'm in a better place relative to you.
Absolutely, exactly. Yeah, so that's the way I think about it.
So De La Riva, you like De La Riva?
So there's a few things that I like doing from De La Riva from the get-go. People like to stand up in the guard, obviously. I mean,
What's the best way for you to get into it? What do you like to do to get into it?
Well, I kind of will start pulling.
Yeah.
If I'm playing bottom and I start pulling, a lot of people start to just immediately start to stand, right,
Yeah.
to work on the pass.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever they do.
so I'll just like
Walk
bump,
yourself.
and then you know now I'm in De La Riva,
Yeah.
right? So I like to try to be on this side of the leg more.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, I'll start to walk and make sure that I'm here. One that is really working for me, especially in competition, is like I'll push out, I'll weave it through, and then I have both grips here, right? I just put pressure on the knee with my thigh and it starts to break the person down, right? Yes. See how he just fell down? He stays. Look, I'm here. I just start.
And you're pinching. You're pinching with
I'm
your
pinching
knee.
a little bit, but I want to come up, right? And now there's different opportunities here, right? Shove this in, right? Cross face, come right to mount, right?
Yeah, show me that one more time.
So we pull, boom. I'm in De La Riva. I'm gonna swim up.
And that's such a simple thing. I do it all the time too. Here, let's pull back a little. Yeah. It's such a simple thing. Once your feet are connected, you can just walk on your shoulders. You elevate your butt a little bit,
Right.
and you can walk your shoulders over.
I can switch to my De La Riva here. In this case, I want the pants, right? But let's say I'm here, you're like starting to try to control. So I'll switch, lift, weave it in, boom. Right? Now I have these two grips here. I just put pressure on the knee.
Wow.
And you fall over.
Come up, right?
Pinning.
Pinning, right? Sometimes you get over anxious and
Yeah.
guide. Don't do that. Just pin it as long as you can. Sit up. Then you can let go. Boom. Right? Because I'm gonna beat your hand.
Yeah.
Right? So by the time you come in and frame or do whatever, go ahead. Yeah. I get my 2. Right?
Sword up again.
Another one I like, actually it's from, so you start to stand. So this one is De La Riva. It starts in De La Riva. I push out, right? But I'll sit up, grab the hand here. And this one's from like JT Torres.
Yeah.
It's a great one. I push and get this, right? I get this a lot. You know, people don't expect it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that.
Right? So I get this, and then there's like so much, there's like double underpass, one over underpass, right? Or you can just go into your reverse case step, right, and clear.
So you're pulling that leg out. You're not pushing me forward necessarily.
No,
You're
I'm pulling it
leg out.
I'm sweeping it right from under you, right? So we're here, boom, yeah, I'll sit up, right?
So it's like a technical stand-up.
It is a technical stand-up, really.
Yeah.
Right? But I just hook, pull it out. You know, over-under is really good from here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's good.
So those are 2 like things I'm working on. I like using the De La Riva when I can.
I do a variation on that hook. A lot of times when people step into your, right there,
Yeah.
you know, or if, you know, pulling it back, hooking, and then pulling it back as well.
Yeah, that's epic.
Similar concept.
Yeah, definitely. I like that.
Is there any social that you want to plug, or is there anything that you do publicly that you want to bring attention to?
No, but I help teach and train down at Clark Gracie Jiu-Jitsu here in San Diego. Come on down and train. We're at gracieallegiance.com, and come train.
Yeah, come and feel his game.
Everybody's welcome.
Yeah. Everybody's welcome here for sure. All right, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.